if he says, hey, order whatever you want, don't go for the most expensive thing on the menu. Don't go for the caviar. Don't go for the steak that costs $300. Like, be super respectful of the person taking you out.
If a girl offers to pay on the first date, that's a no. Like, absolute no. Like, the man's supposed to pay at least a bare minimum first date. But if it's like a relationship, like I've had ex-girlfriends take me to like steakhouses and stuff for like special occasions, and super grateful for that. But first date, no, definitely not.
How can I get men to pay my rent? Look good, baby. Get you an old one and ask them. That's how easy it is. It's the right target, and 90% of doing this is the right target. Okay.
Now, I love me a nice sprinkle kiki, but I am genuinely terrified for younger and impressionable women in our society who run with the whole sprinkle provider male mentality, and that's literally all they're searching for in a potential suitor. I watched the Trophy Wives video, and as a mom myself, my heart absolutely breaks for her and her family. But I love that this has sparked a conversation about the detriments to the sprinkle mentality, the provider male mentality, and just things that we as women need to be careful and look out for when choosing to date with a hypergamous mindset. Provision does not start and end with finances. A man providing for you financially is truly the bare minimum. And I think that's why as women, it's so important to develop yourself financially, emotionally, spiritually, because I think that gives you the clarity to really see that like financial provision is the bare minimum that I could ever ask for from a man. How is that man protecting me spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically? Is he a man capable of providing the fatherly characteristics that I would need for my children? I think the problem with this sprinkle thing is that a lot of women are dating out of desperation. And when you date and marry out of desperation, what you see, you see. For my younger ladies out there, Louis is not worth the detriment to your mental health. Louis is not worth the devastation it can cause to your children and your children's children. The man you choose to partner with will either propel you further into your destiny or hold you back and truly be the cause for your destruction. Choose wisely.
Should a man pay for everything when it comes to the woman he's courting and the woman he wants to marry and be the mother of his children? Absolutely. He should want to never let her hand touch the bill. He should want to spoil her and love her and cater to all of her wants and her needs. Granted that she is also being the most amazing, beautiful, divine partner that she can be towards him.
I hear women who worry about a man paying for them. What? You know why? It's because you are not aware enough of what you bring to the table as a woman, or maybe you don't possess enough of that virtue. But women and men are different. Women, you bring something different that cannot be priced in dollars and doesn't need to be traded in terms of dinners and gifts. It is your spirit, your energy, your vibes, whatever you want to call it. It's your softness, the ability to nurture, to be empathetic, to listen, to heal, right? To have emotional intuition and introspection that men cannot get from their friends, from their boss, from their work, from random women they sleep with, okay? That is your value. That is priceless. That is worth $1 billion if you do it right. Okay, it should. Now, on the same note, I've had some women I've taken out and they don't say thank you after. Like, yes, you should expect me to pay, etc. And honestly, the real women, the top women, they offer to pay, and then that really activates my instinct to be like, stop, babe, because that's at least polite. That's like me saying, hey, babe, like I can help swaddle the baby, and sorry, don't want to do that if I'm working and I'm busy, all right, so I can take care of the family. But regardless, the point is, you should be thankful, of course, for him doing his part, but that is still his part. Okay, so really take stock of what you bring to the table and make sure you bring that to the table to the point where you think, I command millions and billions of dollars of value from a man.
I've seen too many women who have had that mindset of let the man pay for everything. And then they look up, something happens, something goes left, and they are left trying to pick up the pieces, trying to figure it out because it's too late now. So I want to teach our daughters that, number one, nothing is guaranteed. And I just would rather them be prepared, show up with that mindset than the mindset of, oh, okay, the waiter comes to the table. Who's pulling out their debit card first? No, like, do I need to? And furthermore, I don't need you, sir. You are here because I want you in this space, but I don't need you.
Start going out by yourself. So the other night I went to this really upscale luxury restaurant that we have in Baltimore. It's called the Ruxton. Now, if you're from Maryland and you've been to the Ruxton, then you know the Ruxton is like top tier, like luxury vibes. Like, it's really that girl. So I went to the Ruxton and I was sitting there minding my business. I ordered 2 entrees. Everybody was staring at me, obviously, because hello. But I was eating my food and a guy came and like stood next to me. Older white guy. He just came and he was standing next to me. So he ordered a drink and they said his name. So obviously he's a regular that comes to the restaurant. So this man asked me how many hours do I spend on my phone. Now in my head, I'm like, mind your business. I'm here alone. But I was like, oh, just making a little small talk, whatever. And I asked him, did he want to sit down? Because my purse was sitting there. And he was like, oh, no, it's fine. And he told me that he always stands up because with his business, he sits down, majority of the time. So I told him, no, you're going to sit down. I moved my purse and I said, sit down now. I'm not playing with you. So he sit down, we get to talking. Mind you, everybody is staring at us, right? This man is 70 years old. So he gets up, he goes to the bathroom, and the bartender comes over to me and she was like, he got money. She was like, he really likes you because he never sits down. He always comes in here and he always stands up. So, he starts sending me drinks. I had got a Don Julio lemon drop at first, and then I tried to ask for a lychee martini, but they didn't have any lychee in stock, so I just got a French 75. So he kept telling the bartender, get her another French 75, get her another French 75. Now, mind you, I said I got 2 entrees. I got lobster macaroni and cheese, I got crab cake, I got salmon with vegetables. I got the works that night. So time goes by and, we just chopping it up and just, having a good conversation. And so just telling me about his personal life and everything like that. I noticed that everybody in the bar is staring at us. And I'm pretty sure they all thought that he was my sugar daddy. And it's like, I just met this man 5 minutes ago. But he ended up paying for my entire bill. And then at the Ruxton, they have this little separate bar on the side where it's like really private and really intimate. They're playing like the saxophone, the piano. It's like really nice in there. So he tells me leave all my food and we're going to go to the other bar. So we go to the other bar. He gets me a drink. He starts telling me how, he has his own business. He travels to Japan every 6 weeks. He's about to go to Japan in 2 weeks. He has a house in Baltimore, a house in Georgetown, and a house in Japan. And I think he said a house somewhere else, but I can't remember. So then we go to another restaurant called Lock Bar. He said, come on, we about to go to Lock Bar. And I said, okay. So Lock Bar is literally like around the corner. So we just walked. So we get to Lock Bar. Mind you, I'm already full. I can't eat nothing else. So he says, okay, well, just order whatever you want. And, you can eat it tomorrow. Before we even sat down, really, they know him in these restaurants. Like, those are top tier restaurants in Baltimore. And so they automatically knew. Everyone said his name. Hey, such and such. And they literally got him his usual. So apparently this man is like what he says he is, a millionaire. So he starts telling me how he has 2 daughters. One is 40, one is 29. And, they only call him for money and all that other stuff. He did have an ex-wife, but she did pass away. And he's 70 years old and he just really wants someone to talk to, pretty much. So we ended the night. We went our separate ways. He told me to let him know when I got home. He tried to take me out yesterday, but I unfortunately was busy. But tonight we have a date. So I say all of this to say, go out by yourself.
If your friends don't want to go out with you, go get cute, do your makeup, wear a bomb-ass outfit, and go out by yourself.
To those of you that keep commenting on, oh, she's probably single. Yeah, that's because I've seen literally every single side to men. Married men, men in relationships, men with multiple girlfriends, men with multiple wives. I've seen literally every single side to men, and that is why I choose to be single. May the best one win. Seriously, with the dates that I go on and the gifts that I receive, it's a race. Actions speak louder than words. I'm telling you, a lot of girls that you see are single, they choose to be single. It is not hard to go out there and settle. It is not that hard to go out there and manage to get yourself into a relationship. Trust me, I know. I used to be a serial dater. It was so easy for me to hop into relationships. You can literally ask any one of my friends. Oh, Danielle always has a boyfriend. This is the longest that I've been single. That's because I'm at a point in my life where the next person I'm going to be with is going to be my husband.
Ladies, say you're single and you go out with your girlfriend and then a guy approaches one of y'all. What are you doing? Personally, in my opinion, we're both single, okay? I'm going to say, hey, you can come chill with us because he's cute, okay? But if I'm breaking girl code, let me know, because honestly, like, what would you do? Cause like we're both single and like I'm trying to holler at fine shit. I mean, he came first, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to reciprocate that. Like, you're cute. Like, you came to talk to us. Like, what's up? Now, if he comes with a buddy and they're both cute, come on. You know you're not about to say, get away from us. If we're both single and fine shit comes up to us, we're not about to say, get away from us. Cause like, why did we go out in the first place? Why did we get all dolled up and cute to go out in the first place? I know I didn't just go out to look at your cute ass. Okay? You know, we want to get some fine boys coming our way, especially if we're single. Let me know if I'm breaking girl code by like wanting a guy to come hang out with us.
Has every single straight girl had the experience of thinking really hard and wondering if you could just try to be gay? Like, I could try. The options of men out here, not the greatest. I'm already on gay TikTok. I really like Chapel Roan. She seems happy. Same with Billie Eilish. The amount of time I've thought about trying to be gay.
Here's an unpopular opinion. If you go on a date with somebody and you're just not feeling it, but they liked you and continue talking to you, instead of ghosting them, just straight up tell them, like, hey, in a kind way, nicely, obviously, hey, like, I had a great time, although I don't see this working out between us. Like, I'm just not feeling a connection, and that's all you have to do. It's very simple. And then you can block them if you don't want to get a response. But at least you gave them closure and you did the right thing by being an adult, a mature adult, by being honest and straight up and, you know, basically giving closure to that person instead of wasting their time, making them sit there and wonder, like, what's going on? Do they like me? Do they not like me? And it's a stressful state to be in. And I respect somebody so much more for just being honest with me. And so I try to do the same thing, when dating. And so I don't know, like, most people just ghost you and move on with their lives. But I feel like that's such a dick move and so lazy. And if you can't handle, like, telling somebody that, then you probably shouldn't even be dating. That's just how I feel. Like I said, unpopular opinion.
Just a reminder, there is somebody out there for you that will text you back right away. And if they can't, they'll let you know why. Because they want to talk to you. They'll go out of their way to reschedule a date that doesn't work out. There's somebody out there just dying to talk to you. So frickin' move on.
So this guy messaged me and he said, "You look like trouble." Messaged back and said, "If trouble looks like in a year from now buying a size 9 gold band white oval cut diamond, then yeah, I am trouble." He unmatched me, so.
Okay, this is for all my single girlies in their late 20s, early 30s. Where are we finding men now? Because the Hinge pool has a lot of P in it. So I'm certainly not finding anyone there. I'm not on Bumble or Tinder, and I don't plan to be. I go to the bars sometimes, but the quality of men there, typically not the best from what I've experienced, but I'm not opposed to it. I go to the grocery store with my hair on top of my head. No makeup, baggy clothes. So I don't think anybody's dying to give me their number when they see me there, okay? So, if you've got any ideas, toss them my way, because I'm 30 and beginning to think that this whole dying alone thing isn't gonna be like a running joke. It's gonna be reality. So yeah, let me know.
I don't know who need to hear this, but somebody gotta hear this. Why the fuck is you online dating? Mr. and Mrs. Mysterious Person, why are you online dating? If you don't take your ass outside and meet somebody in real life, you sitting there swiping right and shit like that, trying to find your match. Nigga, you can find your match at the grocery store. You can find your match at the event that's going on this weekend. Oh, let me guess, you introverted. How you gonna find love with that type of mindset? How you gonna meet your person with that type of mindset? I'm confused as fuck. But you on Hinge, you on goddamn Tinder, you on fucking black people meet, Christian goddamn people meet, some shit like that. Like, go outside, cuz. Like, you not allergic to outside. You scared, that's what you is. You scared to get physically rejected. See, it's easy to get rejected over the phone screen. It's not easy to get rejected in real life. Take your ass outside and find your person and stop all that online date.
This is a question for all the men out there. What stops you from asking a girl on a date? Because it's been 3 years and nobody has knocked on my door. Nobody has knocked on my door. Nobody has slid in my DMs. What y'all scared of?
Okay, let's talk about it. I've just been like aired for a breakfast date and I'm so confused as to why. Basically, only been speaking to this guy on message for a couple of days, something really new, but it's a nice day today and I just suggested going for breakfast. I initiated the plans and he said, yeah, sure, let's go. Like, where do you want to go? Already I feel like it's all down to me, but I guess I did initiate it, so I sent him where we should go. He said, it's too bougie, doesn't like that vibe, not really his kind of thing. Fine, that's like one of my favourite places to go for breakfast, but that's fine. It's like acai bowls and stuff, which is so my vibe. But I said, that's fine. And he said, why don't we just get a coffee and a walk? And I said, of course, fine. That was at 9 o'clock. He said, what time do you want to go? And I said, should we aim for 11? Because it takes me half hour because the place is close to him, but not me. So I've got to drive there. He didn't read that message, but I just assumed when he does, like, that's the time we'll be going. So I've now got ready, done my hair and makeup. And he's not read any of the messages. He literally left me undelivered for the whole hour and a half. It's now gone 11 anyway, but he's been replying consistently really quickly. So this is very odd that he's just left it at that very important time we disclose what time we're going to meet, you know? And yeah, I don't know why men do this. This is not the first time this has happened to me. And I just think, why engage in the conversation and go along with something if you don't want to go? Like, I've now spent my time getting ready, doing my hair and makeup, and I'm just sat here. Yeah, I don't get it.
If you're a guy on a dating app that just got out of a relationship, this one's for you. If you're not, keep scrolling. Yo, I got a bone to pick with you, man. I got a bone to pick with you. Why are you on the dating apps? Because all my little princesses and all my girls are getting their little hearts broken. Okay? Get off. You want a situationship? Oh, this app is not for you. You want to lead someone on and then break their heart in a few weeks because you're not ready? Move on. Okay, go somewhere else. Oh, you want to say your schedule's super busy, but then hit them up at 11 o'clock at night and say, are you up? I want to see you. No. get off the dating apps, okay? Find a hobby. Do something else. Because I'm so sick and tired of watching all these beautiful, strong women getting dragged in the dirt. And yeah, I am speaking from the heart on this one. Because I'm so done. Where are all the cool guys? Where are the guys that yearn, bro? Where are they? And how can I find them? Okay? Because I'm going to be like 29 by the time I find my soulmate, if this is going to be the pick of the litter. So, thanks for listening to my PSA.
I swear people make dating so much harder than it needs to be because it really is fucking simple. It's fucking simple. The question is, do you or do you not want to use each other as an excuse to get out of going to social gatherings that you no longer want to attend? We can do that for the rest of our lives. That sounds like a win to me. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a fucking win to me. And then we stay home together. We stay home together. We rub our feet together in bed. We put on all of our favorite movies. I made snacks because I like to bake. I made cookies. Again, I'm not seeing how there's a loser in our situation here.
Men don't really approach women that much anymore for a lot of different reasons, I think. But personally, I want to be approached. I would love to meet someone in real life versus online. And as long as it's a respectful approach, I'm always going to be nice. Even if I'm not interested, I'm never going to be rude to the guy. But I think as women, we have to give a signal that we are interested before most men will feel like it's okay to like actually approach you. Personally, I'm not going to approach a man. That's not me, but I will make it clear that I'm interested. I will pretty much give him an open invitation to approach me through eye contact, smiling at him, physically like getting closer to him in whatever vicinity that we're in. And if he doesn't take that invitation, then I would just assume he's taken or he doesn't have the confidence to come up to me, which just means he's not for me. I'm gonna try harder to meet people in real life.
Women in their 30s. I don't know how I got to this side of TikTok, but I'm happy to be here, okay? I don't know what happened with the algorithm. I mean, my birthday was just last week. I turned 27, all right? Maybe they threw me in the next bracket. Not really sure how this works. And they just keep coming. They just boom, boom, boom. My whole feed, women in the 30s. Did y'all know this was a thing going on right now? I mean, there's always been women in their 30s, but like it's a thing. It's a caption. It's a hashtag. It's a trend. And I love it here. Oh, man. So, what y'all do today? This is crazy. How do I put this? Seasoned, prime, fine wine, ready to go, looking for a show. I don't know. I just 30. Listen. Now, actually, man, people would ask me like, what's my dating range? And I used to say like 3 up, 3 down. All right, which was like, it was easy. That worked when I was 24. That worked when I was 26. Now I'm 27. 27 plus 3 is 30. I think I threw myself into the next bracket on accident. And I'm glad I did. I'll tell you. Got good credit. I have no kids. I have no ex-wife. I have a promising future. I'm good with my hands. I can build stuff. I can do stuff. So, yeah, whether you need your grass cut, dinner cooked, tire changed, or a she shed built, happy to be here. Happy to be here, ladies. Keep it up.
I'm going to hold your hand when I say this, but stay the fuck away from Filipino women under the height of 5'5". Yesterday was my first Hinge date. Today was my first day at work. Very weird scheduling, I know. You don't need to point it out. Last night, I ended up going to a bar with this Filipino girl, ABG. We've been on and off on text for the past few weeks, and I was interested. Very interested. And that was the worst mistake of my fucking life. I show up to the bar, 7 p.m. sharp, meet her there. Let's just call her Raquel. She immediately makes eye contact with me and gives a grin like the Joker before he commits crime. I give her a hug, we order some food, maybe have one drink, the night's going on perfectly fine until she said this. Have you ever watched Shark Tank? I said, I love Shark Tank with Mark Ruffalo. Who doesn't? And then she gave that creepy grin like she's the Joker again and said, "Have you ever heard of the product Cheers?" I said, "No." She said, "Really?" Immediately she gets up, walks over to the bartender, puts her card down, says, "Keep the tab open, we're gonna order shots." I have work the next day, 5:30 a.m. I need to be clocked in by that time. But the dilemma here is Raquel is insanely beautiful, great personality, amazing body, but a demon. And I wanted that. So we end up going shot for shot, all the way to 15. By the time we get to shot 15, it's about 9:30 p.m. and then she says, "Let's have some cheers now." In my head, I'm thinking, I don't want to take any more shots. I'm scared. But she was just talking about the Shark Tank product. She pulls this out her purse, we take it, and then she starts saying the most insane shit. She tells me Cheers is a hangover supplement that gets rid of hangovers no matter how much you drink. But here's the kicker. She's never tried it before, and this is her first night trying it, so she doesn't know if it works. I have work the next day. The night ends around 10. I walk her to her car. She gives me a kiss on the cheek and her number. Am I in those? Maybe. I go home, go to bed, and then I wake up to the most insane fucking shit. I wake up at 4 a.m. the next day, get ready for work. I have a little bit more energy from usual, and then I get a text again from Raquel. She said, "How do you feel?" I texted her back saying, "I feel fine," but then I realized, I feel fine. I don't have a fucking hangover. And I was getting ready to go into work. In fact, I got into work 5:20, not 5:30, 5:20. And this is where it gets even better. On my lunch break today, I decided to do a little bit more research about this product called Cheers. All natural ingredients that accelerate the breakdown of alcohol in your body. And the craziest part about this shit, right here, is they give you your money back if you don't feel at least 50% better the next day. I went to the store and bought my own package, as you guys could see. But I really wish I didn't. Why? Because this is much cheaper on TikTok Shop. I'm gonna leave a link down below for you guys. They sell out so fast. But if you see that orange button, run, do not walk, because this saved my first day at work.